You are important. Maybe you are having a big problem right now. Maybe you got a lot of failures. Maybe you're brokenhearted. Maybe you are being bullied. Maybe you are very tired of life. Whatever it may be, my friend, before you commit suicide, watch this video. My friend, value your self-worth. You're not alone. I'm here for you. When I was a newcomer in high school, I was being bullied by my classmates every single day. I was walking alone around the buildings of our school as my pastime while waiting for the bell to ring so that it will be time for class again. My classmates were calling me names, laughing at me, throwing chalk to me, throwing my bag to the trash can. I got no friends. When I was 27, my mom passed away. I was so guilty about her death, for I left home just to be with someone who just ended up abusing me verbally and even physically. My relatives hated me for what I did. I hated myself. I was always having these suicidal thoughts. I wanted to give up my life. I was wishing not to wake up the next morning. I felt so weak, so helpless, like there is no hope for me. Literally, every day I cried and cried until my head aches, until I can hardly breathe. I would call out my mom and wishing her to fetch me so I can be with her. I used to punch my head or bang my head on the wall multiple times for punishing myself for being worthless, until I learned about these 3 things that I'm going to share to you today. The 3 things that changed my life's perspective in 360-degree turning point. My friend, before you decide to commit suicide, listen to me. This will just take about 10 minutes of your time. Please give it a chance. The first life lesson that changed me is gratitude. Africa. The children in Africa are malnourished because of famine. They got lack of food and water. Syria. There's a war in Syria. Many civilians are living their everyday life in fear without peace of mind. They grieve for the death of their family and friends. There's what is called as addition by subtraction. Imagine your life in worst case scenario. If you are living in Africa, your stomach is rumbling, you feel dizzy from hunger, your body is just bone and skin. You are so hungry, but there is no food and water on the table. Imagine you are in Syria, waking up with the noises of Armalites and bombs, waking up with your family bathing in blood beside you, living in fear every single day that someone would torture you physically. Your belongings that you treasure are destroyed, turned into dust. Now go back to where you are. Be grateful of the 3 meals a day you have. Recall the food you ate earlier, how it felt when your stomach is full. Be grateful of the 4-cornered room where you sleep at night. If you are in your house, look around your stuff that you treasure much. All of it are placed in an area where you put them. No matter how inexpensive those stuff are, the point is those are placed in a secured place. To be grateful even for the tiny things you have in life, the freedom and blessings that you have, even as simple as freedom to sleep at night, even the blessing of being protected by the storm or cold weather because of your house. Listen, even a man without a car who's just walking at the sidewalk is being admired by a man sitting on a wheelchair. You may say that this picture is half-empty glass of water. Yes, it's true, but it is also half-filled. It just depends on how you look at it. Wayne Dyer said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So be grateful. Let's go to the number 2, which is testimonial. Will Smith, after becoming a millionaire as an actor, he owned Internal Revenue Service $2.8 million. He paid some of his debts and was in bankruptcy. After a year later, he was given a role as the Fresh of Bel-Air. He successfully paid his debt in full then. Nonito Donaire was bullied when he was a kid, for he was skinny and was always sick. But now, he's a world champion as a professional boxer. Nick Vujicic, who was born with no arms and legs, is a motivational speaker. Even without limbs, he can swim and even ride a surfboard. And his popular quote is, "No arms, no legs, no worries." Whatever you are facing right now, there's a reason behind it. I can give you one reason. Listen carefully. It's happening for you to become a living testimony for other people who are experiencing the same. Remember, all great people experience shortcomings in their earlier life. You are a living testimony. Let's go to number 3, which is raw. Out of 1.2 billion sperm cells, you won the race and was born in this world. Your parents gave your first name. You get a family name. You get a record in your country's Census Bureau. Out of 7.7 billion people in this world, you got government records. You got access in your city. You get access in your school or job. You got IDs. It only means that you have a place. You are listed. You belong somewhere. And you got a role. Whatever it is, as a son or a daughter, as a student, as an office staff, as a business person, as an American citizen, as a voter, you have the responsibility to do. You are a piece of 1,000 puzzle parts. Without you, the puzzle is incomplete. Every single one of us got different roles based on our abilities, like our body. A human body cannot be all head or all eyes or all hands. A human body got different parts. We got one head, 2 eyes, 2 hands. The left foot cannot say that he isn't important to the body since there is the right foot, because the body won't be able to walk properly. Then how can you know your role? Whatever you are interested in. Whether politics, medicine, law, movies, music, business, that is your calling. If it's movies or music, you are called to entertain people. If it's business, you are called to serve people with your products and services to provide people's needs and wants. Yes, there are many politicians, doctors, actors, singers, or businessmen around. But nobody got the same exact family background you have, personality that you have, ideas that you have, all at once in one person. Even twins get different personality. You have a role in this world, whatever it may be. Your role will always be to serve other people with your talents and skills. Let's recap. The 3 things that you need to consider to give value to your self-worth are: first is gratitude. Be grateful even for the little things you have. Second is testimonial. Your shortcoming is a living testimony for others who are experiencing the same. Third is role. Nobody is exactly alike. You are unique and the world needs your service. If you want to reach out to me, comment down below or subscribe to my channel. My friend, breathe in and breathe out. Be grateful for being alive. Speak to you soon.